Hey, it's Jeff Davis, and one of my students came to me and asked me, hey, how do you do those crazy graphics? And I told him I use Photoshop because when you get PLR, the way to brand yourself in your PLR product is to change the graphics so you don't look like everybody else. They sell 100 sets of PLR products. You got 100 people with that website up, they all look the same. So this is key if you're going to market these products. So what I do is, I'm not very good at Photoshop, but I know enough to get me by. So all you do is you double click on the image and your Photoshop opens up. Now the way to think about Photoshop when you're working with layers is like there's 10 panes of glass stacked on top of each other, and you can pull those panes back and reveal different layers. Okay, so let's just go over some of the basics in Photoshop. Now this is your toolbar, this is your move tool, like here's your crop tool, and then the horizontal type tool is the one we use the most. And then your path selection tool, this is like your selector. So when you select something. So what we want to do is, here's the layers, right? And this little eyeball will take away a view, see? So that just shows you how you can control layers. Alright? Now if you want to, there's a little toolbar down here. There's the delete layer, create a new layer, create a new group, add a layer style, add a layer mask, and the effects. And we're going to talk about effects here in a minute. So what you do is, when you're working with something like this, I like to click on the layer. Just double click the layer. Okay, and this shows you what's going on in layer style. Now this is the effects. So there's a stroke, there's a gradient overlay, double emboss, outer glow, drop shadow. All of this stuff is tweakable. Alright, you can go crazy with this stuff. So what I do is I grab my text tool, and then you click on the graphic, and you get this little line here. See these little lines here? So then you're in text mode, and you can just type in your letters, see? And you can hit the delete key, and you can change to cap. So you can select all, you can cut, copy, paste, clear, check spelling, find, replace text. So that's how you add and change letters, and then you can go crazy. So the next thing I'm going to show you is, if you hit Control A, you get that whole line of text. And then you come down here and you click on effects and say you want to get rid of the stroke. So if you untick that, see, then your graphic changes. So you get rid of the stroke. So I'm going to put it back in, and then if you double click on the individual things, you get these little control panels. See, and you can change stuff. You can change the angle, you can change the color, the opacity, the distance, the choke, the size. You've got all these different things that you can do. And so say like I want a contour on this, so I just check that, see? If I double click that, then I can do all these things. See how that darkens it out, makes it lighter. See, so that bevel and emboss, that's really what makes it look 3D, see? And you can hit the texture, so it makes it look a little gnarly. See? You can uncheck all that stuff. And then you just tell it okay. So that's really cool stuff you can do with text. Now I want to show you one other thing, and this is probably the most important command. This is a thing that I really struggled with when I first started working with Photoshop. So say I want to bring in a little logo or something to brand with. So what you want to do is, there's a command down here called place. See, and once you hit place, then you can choose your logo, right? So I'm working with a ping file here, and bam, it puts it right in there. See, so it places it right, And so then you grab the handles and you can size it. See, so I can take it right down. See, and I can even, when you want to move stuff, then you have to choose your move tool. So when you click that, it'll ask if you want to place a file, so you say yes. All right, but now I've got my move tool up, and when it forms a cross, I guess you just got to drag it. Oh, there we go. We just drag it. All right. See, so I can drag that over. There we go. So I can grab that. I'm left clicking and dragging it around. See, so I can drag that all over. See, so I can put it over here. I can put it down here. I can put it in the hands. See, so that background doesn't have, these aren't layers. So it's, basically this one is all you can edit is the text. But if I want to, I can leave that. I can put that in the light bulb if I want. So, and I can also size it a little bit. Bring it down to size a little bit, like that, and then drag it right back up there. Like I said, I'm not very good. Okay, so to place that, then I'm going to use my select. I'm going to grab select tool, and then right there, see, everything goes away and it's placed. So once you're done messing around, so that's the place command, and that's how I place images and brand stuff, and that's the easy way to create your header. Okay, so then what I like to do is we'll save for web devices, save for web and devices, and that brings up this menu here. So you can check your file size, and then I like PNGs because they have the transparent background, so they'll float over a white web page really good. Okay, so then all you do is you hit save and name it. I'm going to call this one 04 and hit enter, and it saves the image for you. So now let's go. Oh, it's a May 12. Okay, see, so you gotta make sure you check your right folder here. Okay, so now when I go back in here, there it is. See, so then you just right click on it and hit preview. So there it is. See my image with the little logo in there? Isn't that cute? So this is how I use Photoshop to rebrand PLR products and make the graphics say what I want to say and look how I want to look. So basically, we'll review it just a little bit. I like to use the move tool, the text tool, and the select tool. And I don't really mess with much more than that, except for a couple layers. So that's my Photoshop hack video. I hope you enjoyed these tips and techniques. If you have any problems, get a hold of me at my help desk. It's called askjeffdavis.com. And you can submit a ticket there and ask me your questions. And then I'll go ahead, and if I think your question's good enough, like this student, he was like, how do I do it? How do you do it? I was like, well, I'm not very good, but I'll show you how I do it. So now you can copy me if you want, and you can create your own cool graphics with Photoshop. You don't have to be a genius at it. You just have to know how to work it enough to where you can do things. So we covered layers a little bit. See, now if I want to visible, get rid of that layer, see, then I can turn them on and off with the eyeball. That's how layers are layered up. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you really soon.